Alrighty, I think it's been a little while since I had a video with just Ross, TLTG,
A little bit.
on my channel. I'm trying to think what the last one was. I think it was one where we were in a hotel room rating fragrances. Yeah,
one of these hotel
which was
rooms.
over a year ago. That's absolutely insane. So here we are. We're back in Chicago after quite a busy weekend of more fragrance preparation for the new Zed Creators collection. It is ready for you guys to get it. If you have not gotten it, link down below, check it out. But today we're doing a video all about nothing really new. It's a smelling rate. You guys like smelling rates, and we
Seems to be pretty heavily requested when we get together.
yeah, and kind of always has been. So we're just gonna keep the train running. I got 5 fragrances that I selected specifically that Ross does not have either a lot of experience with or has not yet smelled, and we're gonna get his thoughts. So let's dive right into it. Go ahead and turn around.
10-4.
So here's the first fragrance, guys. Give it a spray. Alrighty, you can turn around.
Thank you, sir.
See what you think.
I feel like this is the one fragrance I requested right away because it smells kind of similar, has this metallic vibe. Citrus that probably doesn't exist.
Okay.
Like I'm pretty convinced, and I'm way wrong probably. It reminds me of H24, that's why I'm thinking it's H24 EDP.
Okay.
It's metallic and green.
Okay,
Pretty much what I'm getting, yeah, metallic green, a little odd sweetness.
I agree.
It's odd. When I think odd designer, I do think Hermes. So, is this H24 EDP? Because I really think it is.
Yes.
Because it reminds me of H24 very much.
H24 EDP.
This is warmer.
Yeah.
This is a little spicier.
Yeah.
On the paper, it's definitely a little spicier. Much greener overall.
Okay.
I do like this. I don't know if I like it more than the EDT, at least on paper.
It's funny.
Because the first time I experienced the EDT was on paper with him. And it was enough to make me go get a bottle at retail from a Sephora.
Yeah.
Because I liked it so much.
Yeah. You know, honestly, I haven't smelled this on paper until now. When I first saw it in a duty free in London, I put it on my hand right away, smelled it, and kind of was just like,
Whoa, brother, whoa.
It's really nice.
I wasn't expecting to really enjoy it. On skin, it's great. It is definitely a lot warmer. I almost get a balsamic feel. That's kind of where the sweetness comes from on my skin, and I really dig it.
What's the 3-note breakdown this time? Because I have not looked. I've been trying to be blind as
Honestly,
I could be.
I don't even remember. I don't even think they listed as much different than the EDT. It's
Really?
the same profile.
It smells like a warmer, spicier take
yeah.
on the EDT.
This is a
which is honestly
Yeah.
the way you're supposed to do an increase in oil
This is a
concentration.
true EDP flanker. And not to say that it's necessarily stronger, because that's not always the case with increased concentration, but the way it behaves in the air, the way it hangs and it leaves the
It's
sillage,
getting better and better too.
it's very much a quintessential EDP.
8 out of 10.
There you
I
go.
really like it. I'm gonna need a bottle. It's really nice. I like it.
Alrighty, strong start.
That's a strong start.
All right, here's the next fragrance, guys. All right, you are ready.
This is Vanilla Oud, isn't it? I've been smelling it. He wore this today.
So after this point, we got new blood, guys.
So here's the thing. All day long, what have I been doing?
He's been saying,
I've been complimenting this man.
Man, all
here
day
it is. And
long.
isn't this bottle stunning?
Right? That corner.
I know. It's
really
such a great
separates it.
nuance, nice magnetic cap on there, hefty.
I literally kept telling him I'm just basking in your sillage. All day long. It's ridiculous how long and strong
Yes.
the sillage on this
Yes.
fragrance is. It doesn't have a funky oud. It's got this warm medicinal oud smell. It's almost, I kept asking him, is it a bourbon vanilla?
It
Because
has
it's got
that
this
feel.
boozy vanillic feel to it.
Yeah,
Very warm, ambery, like a benzoin boozy tone, if you will.
yeah.
You know, like a specific benzoin note.
Definitely.
This is awesome. This is a 9.5 out of 10 fragrance.
And you liking
This
it
is
on
not,
paper
Yeah,
as well.
it's just as good as
Okay,
on you.
okay.
That's why immediately I'm like, this is Vanilla Oud.
Yes.
So I've been smelling it all day. Literally, when he came in my room, I closed the door and hit his sillage. He sprayed this on.
It was almost 9 a.m. It was 9 a.m.
9 a.m.
It was
It's 11:43 at night.
It's still
Over 14 hours ago.
it's still
and I smelled it on
here.
in 30 minutes ago.
it's still here, man. It's crazy.
I need a bottle. I will.
This stuff is
Those of you that watch me,
fantastic.
I will have a bottle of this.
And
This is amazing.
Yeah. It's really good. More than I thought it would be.
It's amazing. Sorry, I went to rambling. I'm just been so excited about this one today. It's so good, guys.
You guys got to check this one out.
It's not going to get beaten. It's going to be the best
9.5.
I don't care what we spray after this. It's not going to lose.
Here's the next one, guys. I'm super curious about his thoughts on this.
Uh-oh. Pressure's on.
Oh, no pressure. If anything, it's on me, but we'll see. All right.
Let me do the Justin Copeland.
There you go.
And clear my nose. This has a familiarity to it as well.
Yes.
This is a flanker to something that I've smelled before, probably. Is that fair to say?
It's an interesting assessment. I see where you're coming from.
It's familiar.
Okay.
It smells a little fougere-ish to me.
Okay.
I get a lot of greenery here. Greens and citrus.
Okay.
But deep, dense, thick, not super fresh. On paper,
Yes.
it's not super fresh.
Okay.
There's definitely something very herbal green, herbaceously green.
Okay.
Not too spicy green. I want to make sure I'm clear with what type of greens I mean.
Okay.
It's inherently woody as well.
Definitely. How do you feel about it?
I like it, don't love it.
Okay.
I like it a lot, I guess we'll say. It falls in between. I want to kind of clarify where I'm
Yeah.
at right now.
Does it smell complex, simple? How would you describe it?
I have
Seem like a lot's going on.
Obviously, I don't think I'm getting even remotely close to the story with this piece of cardboard, basically.
Yeah.
But it smells like it's something that would really open up on skin. Like it's being held back right now is how it comes across.
Okay.
Like I can detect that there's much more to it. It
Mind
comes
if I smell?
across that way.
I see what you
It's
mean by
very
that.
familiar. Like it wants to real. Like it's being caged.
Yes.
If that makes sense.
I agree. It is a little muted on the paper.
This is something I would easily give a 7.5 out of 10. I think it's at minimum a very good fragrance for anybody familiar with my rating system. But that's kind of, it hasn't changed from everything I've just said. It's inherently woody, very present and prominent. This herbaceous green feel. A little bit of some citrus at the top, almost like a lemony type of feel. That's why I'm thinking fougere, because it's got a lot of qualities of aromatic fougere, and it's familiar. So that's
Okay.
my assessment, basically. What are we smelling here?
All right. So this is from Essential Parfum. It's called Bois Impérial. I already showed them.
You've talked about this one recently.
I have talked about it. So there's a reason why it's familiar, because it's often compared to Ganymede.
That's why.
And it's perfumed by the same perfumer, Quentin Biche. So
He told me about this 2 weeks ago when we were together.
yes. So my assessment is that Essential Parfum approached Quentin Biche after he did Ganymede and said, "Hey, we like what you did there. Can you do a
This
stamp
smells
for
great.
us?" It's great, and a lot of people consider it a more accessible Ganymede.
If I'm being honest, from my recollection of the one time I smelled Ganymede with him, I'd smelled it on skin and on paper.
Yeah.
This excites me a little more on paper than Ganymede did.
Interesting.
I feel like this has, like you said, more approachable. It's a little bit more easy to wear.
Yeah.
Maybe it's kind of a slightly more versatile take on it in some ways.
Yeah, I'd
'Cause-
say, I mean, Ganymede is not a woody fragrance.
This is.
Ganymede is more metallic fresh with this strange kind of feel to it.
Yeah, it's an
This
odd
is-
fragrance.
This is more woody fresh. I do get a little bit of a green, maybe more so on the paper than on the skin. On the skin, it's a dry but fresh, kind of wispy woody.
I like it.
Yeah, it's super easy to wear. It could be super versatile.
I believe it because
Yeah.
that's how it comes across here, even on the paper.
But it's still kind of niche. You know, it's not like a shower gel
I like it.
scent or anything. What'd you give it again?
7.5.
Good stuff. Here's the next one, guys.
This is an odd one.
Interesting mix of
Doesn't
things.
remind me of anything.
Yeah.
I've never smelled something like this. This is strange. It's almost, this is gonna sound weird, like there's something a little vile in the background.
What do you mean by that?
So what I
see
mean-
what you mean, but
A slight sour, almost rancid feel.
I know that sounds terrible.
I don't mean it in a terrible manner. I
Yeah.
think just using the word sour would be better here.
Yes.
Almost spoiled sour smell.
you're
that's
kind of
probably-
on track. There's a fermented fruit vibe here. I get
There
that.
you go.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think that's what he was going for, but that is what I get as well, and it makes it almost more realistic in terms of the
It
type
comes
of fruit.
across as authentic and niche for sure. Very
Yes.
niche. Nothing about this says designer, trust me. And it doesn't smell bad. It's just weird. It's a weird fragrance. It's odd. That's the main thing I get here.
Are you getting
Rancid was terrible.
Are you getting any sweetness or fruitiness?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Okay. Very. That's what I mean by sour.
Okay.
Like take away the candied part of a sour warhead, like that intense sour of a warhead. You guys know the candy I'm talking about? He might even pop one on screen for you guys. That's kind of the sour I'm getting here. Just, it's gonna sound weird. Like maybe one that was in somebody's mouth and they spit it out and it dried in the sun for 2 days or something. God. It's weird, right?
Doesn't sound great at all.
It's not meant to. But there's something oddly attractive. I don't know if this would be better on skin or not because it's just so weird. That's pretty much my takeaway here.
Okay.
It's not drastically changing. It is getting sweeter and softer as it's drying. That sour is toning down, but it's not a huge difference.
Rating.
I take that back. Before I jump into the rating, it is changing a little bit. That sour is fading fast. It's getting much better. It's a different fragrance almost. It's much more soft, fruity, fresh, and sweet now.
Okay.
It's brighter in some ways. It got better. It was about to get crucified with the sub 5.
Wow.
It was. It got a lot better, a lot faster. I'm gonna give this a 6.5. It got better quickly. It saved itself quickly.
It was like, oh, we better figure it out.
Yeah. It was about to get like a 4.
Oh man.
It's getting better by the second, guys. I'm very curious on what it is now because it went from niche, strange, and weird to quite pleasant and slightly mass appealing.
Interesting.
It really changed like drastically. That's very weird.
What the hell is this?
So this is from Precious Liquid. It's called Oud Symphony.
It changed so much.
Yes.
I would have never guessed oud.
I get a dry woodiness from this. That is the oud, but it's not really medicinal. It's not funky.
I would have never guessed oud
at all. I get on the skin. It's a lot warmer and drier. In addition to this slightly rich fruitiness that's not overly juicy. It's more of a dried fruit feel.
It's not juicy.
But it is almost fermented in a way. Almost like a fermented apricot or something like that in a way. I don't remember what the notes are. But it's not purely sweet fruit. I get what you mean by that.
These Precious Liquid fragrances are quite interesting.
Yeah.
Herpen's done a kudos. Great job on these.
Yeah.
Like I said, it got really good really fast. Like it might even be a 7 now. I might even have to bump it half a point. Like it's continuing to evolve. It seemed like it was going to be pretty linear on the paper.
Yeah. And
then it just shocked me when I was about to kind of shit on it.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know if he's going to beat me out or not, but I'm changing it to a 7. It's getting a half point bump. I think it saved itself quickly. This develops fast on the paper.
Yes. And obviously skin may be different, but I love this stuff. It is extremely unique. I have not smelled anything like this. I think it develops beautifully on the skin. It sits around you really nicely. It's very elegant smelling for sure. And, you know, maybe not the most approachable, I would say.
It's a conversation starter.
Yeah, but it'll get
I bet the
people
sillage
asking.
is interesting.
It's really nice. I love it. It sits on my skin a good while, almost.
I mean, you guys see me just sniffing and sniffing while I was talking. It got way better.
Yeah,
way
it's
better.
nice. So you can check it out. They have a discovery set, I believe.
Tobacco Royal was like this, where it was weird at the top and it got real good real fast.
That one's great too. We got a little discount code. You can use that. Check it out. Anyway, 7 is the final?
I'm going with 7.
Okay, 7. All right, here is the last fragrance, guys. We will see about this one.
Sounded like a beautiful atomizer.
There, we got a whole range of beautiful atomizers here. All right, here we go. This one's gonna be a little different.
Smoky ashy smell. Like a dry and smoky tobacco type of earthiness.
Okay.
A little medicinal even. Almost has that cleaner vibe to it, that type of oud smell.
Cleaner. Right.
You know what I'm talking about? Like the oud wood type of smell.
Okay.
Like in some ways this reminds me of Epic Man. The spices is smoky.
I could totally see that.
On the paper it kind of reminds me of I'm Watch Epic Man.
Okay.
So needless to say, for those of you that know, I love Epic Man, so I like this. I like the direction it's going. There's something fresh and aromatic about it as well, but still smells like it's got a lot of oomph, a lot of strength.
It does. It's
I believe
on the
it.
skin for sure.
It's an interesting blend because it's fresh, but it's dry and smoky, earthy, a little strange, light, sweet tone in the backdrop.
Yes.
But not really warm.
Interesting.
I don't get a warmth from it, at least on the paper. Him saying interesting, it might be different on the skin, obviously.
It's quite warm on the skin. I would totally recommend you put this on your hand after this.
How about you just
Alrighty.
Turn my head and just
Yeah.
spray my hand.
Because I think you're going to get a different experience here. Wait.
Screw the paper.
We're done
I really
with that.
like this. This has a chance. I didn't think anything could compete with Vanilla Oud. I'm not saying it's going to be a 9.5, but I'm a big Epic Man fan. It's
Yes.
reminding me of it.
Alrighty.
Oh, yeah, way warm and spicy. Totally different.
Yes.
Big difference. It's not as wispy and airy and just,
Not
it's
fresh.
different on the
Yeah.
pit. Guys, spray your skin. I don't care if you're trying 6 fragrances.
Yeah.
Spray in 6 spots.
Yeah. Skin is everything.
Okay, so this is a lot less like Epic Man now that it's on skin.
Okay.
I mean, does this smell like Epic Man to you on paper?
I can see where you're coming from with that. With a
It's
little
much
bit of
more
a-
warm and spicy. It's
Yeah.
even drying my nostrils out as I smell it. It's quite potent.
Yeah.
This is really good. I think this is an 8 out of 10. It can't rival Vanilla Oud. I don't think anything has a shot of all the fragrances we brought.
Okay.
It's that good, but this is very good. This is a great smell. This is something that I would want to wear to cut through the cold, dressed a little nicer than I am now. No hoodie. I'm talking semi-casual on
Yes,
a,
alright.
evening out, where you're going to be with friends or family, where you're the fragrance guy, so they're expecting you to have something special on.
Yeah.
This is that kind of fragrance that'll make a statement because it's clearly something that none of them have ever smelled.
Interesting. Okay.
That's what I think of when I smell this. 8 out of 10.
8
What,
out
what
of
are
10.
we what are we sniffing?
From Roja. Reckless.
Reckless. I've never tried it.
Reckless pour on. This
I
is,
know he's a big fan.
This
of this.
is in my top 5 from the house. I love the way it wears, and when I get it around me, I dress it up usually at night around this time of year.
Makes
and
sense.
It is addictive. Definitely dry, warm,
Very
spicy,
dry and
maybe
warm, yeah.
leathery in a way.
Because there's something animalic about it. So hearing leathery, that
Yes.
might be what I'm getting. I'm sure there's musks and civets and
there's
all
a
these
little bit
different
of
things in
everything.
there.
A little bit of a sweetness, not overly
Yeah,
sweet
it's
for
just
sure.
it's you pick it up. Even on the paper, I
Yeah.
picked it up.
Yeah, maybe like a slightly resinous.
This is
sweetness.
animalic.
It is a little bit. There's an edge to it.
Yeah.
But it's in
It's
the way
kind of
Roja does
kind
an
of.
edge.
This is one you can dub as kind of a bad boy fragrance in some ways, but the bad boy with money because it's expensive.
Okay, so that means our winner is
Clear cut.
clearly still Vanilla Oud.
And with that said, that's what we have 2 hands for, right?
God,
Oh
it
God,
was-
that magnetic
right is strong.
strong. Oh God, that smells so good. And just like that, Reckless becomes irrelevant. Just like that.
It's almost like baked warm pastries.
It's so sweet,
With a
but
feeling to
nothing sickening, or some guys call certain sweet fragrances feminine. None of that. None of that.
This is it's kind of intoxicating.
Oh,
It's right.
God, it's amazing. Sorry to
Yeah, you're
transition
fine.
that before we close the video.
Yeah, I mean that's our clear winner. We
Yeah,
can get-
clear cut, guys. This is one of the
guys.
best fragrances I've ever smelled. Ever.
Wow.
Ever. Ever. I love this fragrance. God, this is good.
This is easily in my top 5 vanillas of all time at this point.
I
Easily.
can see why. God,
It
this
is
good.
phenomenal.
Get a sample. I don't know where
Yeah.
they. Yeah, he probably knows.
I'll
where to
put
get
some
it.
down
Yeah,
below.
Get
Check
a
it
sample.
out. Check it out. Anyway, Ross, I'm glad to show you something you like.
Man, thank you.
This was a lot of fun.
This was
as
great.
always. And guys, let us know if you've tried any of these fragrances. If you have any opinions on them, that's what the comments are for. If you have yet to try any of them,
Try Vanilla Oud.
if there's going to be one, I would definitely check that out. But there will be links to everything down below, including links to purchase our brand new fragrances, Evening Mystique and Second Soul. Do check them out before they're gone. When they're gone forever, just so you know. If you don't do it, then we still love you. That's fine. But if you don't want to miss out, then this is your chance
Absolutely.
to not miss out. Thank you so much for tuning in. Peace. See you in the next one.
God, this is so